working with a humanitarian aid group in Ethiopia.
We're aware of that. Did Drew find you?
That's right. He told me about everything that happened with Franco. He wanted me to try to reverse the memory transfer procedure. I agreed to come back to Port Charles and examine Franco, though I can't make any promises.
Tell us about your trip home.
Drew drove me to the airport, put me on the first flight back.
He didn't accompany you?
No. Drew had his own jet. He was en route to Afghanistan. Apparently he had urgent personal business there.
So you came home alone, on a commercial flight?
Correct. When I landed in Port Charles, a driver met me to take me back to GH. I thought Drew arranged everything, so I got in the car. But instead of driving me to GH, pulled into an alley and pulled out a knife. I tried to run, but he caught up with me and stabbed me a couple times. I managed to fight him off and made my way back to the car. Drove myself to the ER. That's the last thing I remember. I must have blacked out. Has anyone talked to Drew? He needs to know what's going on.
We haven't heard from Drew.
Well, shouldn't he have landed in Afghanistan by now? How long have I been out?
2 or 3 hours.
I mean, it's 17 hours from Ethiopia to New York. It's more than enough time for Drew to fly to Afghanistan. He should have checked in by now.
Okay, Dr. Maddox, that's enough excitement for now. You need rest. I need all of you to clear the room. Mr. Morgan.
Can I have a word? Hi.
Hey,
Where's Andre?
he's been admitted. He got stabbed just after he arrived in Port Charles.
Oh my God.
Looks like he's gonna be okay.
What about Drew?
You okay?
Trying to be. I should help.
I can't be easy running into him like that.
You know, it just frazzles me. You know, I know that he's not Drew, but it's painful to hear those personal memories coming out of his mouth.
So why didn't you just tell me you ran into him at the park?
Because Alexis was here, and I didn't want to risk upsetting you.
If all that happened was that you ran into Franco at the park and he brought up some old memories. Why would that upset me?
And why do you want to hire me?
Well, I don't know many lawyers around here.
Well, your father is a lawyer, Scott Baldwin.
Yes, we've met.
I'm sure he'd be very happy to represent you.
He already did. Thanks to him, I have an ankle monitor on. I need to hire you to help get it removed.
I'm sorry, I can't represent you. I'm afraid it would be a conflict of interest.
It would be a conflict of interest for you to represent Franco, but that's not who I am.
Well, so you say, but I'm afraid my daughter might see it differently.